ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege operator guide. In this video, we will be discussing Zofia, the offensive operator for the Grom CTU. She can wield the LMGE and the M762 assault rifle as her primary weapons. She can also wield the RG-15 as her secondary. In addition to these weapons, Zofia can bring breaching charges or a claymore into the siege as her secondary gadgets. Before we continue with the guide, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content. With that out of the way, let's begin. Let's start off with her primary weapons. The LMGE does average damage for an LMG, has an above average fire rate, and the largest magazine for an LMG with 150 rounds. With the weapon's high rate of fire and large magazine, I recommend using full auto fire to suppress or eviscerate your enemies. If you hold down the trigger, the recoil isn't that bad, and with some practice you'll be able to control it pretty easily, but the bullet spread can be pretty bad, so watch out for that. As with any weapon, I recommend aiming for the head if you can, but whipping around the corner in full auto can actually net you a few kills. Now let's move on to the M762 assault rifle. The M762 does above average damage, has an average fire rate, and an average magazine capacity of 30 rounds. The recoil isn't that bad, but I recommend tap firing at longer distances and holding down the trigger at close to medium ranges. The M762 is average in most ways. It's nothing really special, but it's a decent AR and it serves its purpose pretty well. Her only secondary weapon is the RG-15, which deals average damage, has an average fire rate, and a magazine capacity of 15 rounds. But there is one special thing about it that sets it apart from every other handgun in Siege. It's the only handgun that has a red dot sight attached to it. This means it feels much more precise than some of the other handguns, and it makes lining up headshots at range much easier. As with all handguns, if you're at long range, I recommend pacing your shots, but if you're at mid to close range, you can just rapid fire on the trigger and whatever you're aiming at will eventually be dead. As for her secondary gadgets, it's really up to personal preference. You can take breaching charges for even more breaching options, or you can take claymores to protect your flanks or catch roamers off guard. Honestly, I recommend taking the claymore since Zofia's gadget already provides 2 impact grenades and 2 very good breaching options. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, Zofia's special ability. Zofia has access to the KS-79 Lifeline, a double-barreled grenade launcher. One barrel contains 2 impact grenades that can be used to breach normal walls, floors, and barricades. Think of it as Ash's breaching rounds or just a normal breaching charge, but it can be shot out of a grenade launcher. The other barrel contains 4 concussion grenades. These can be bounced off of walls and around corners. Once an enemy is hit with a concussion grenade, their vision will be blurred and they turn and move much slower. It's also important to note that Jaeger's ADSs will shoot Zofia's grenades out of the air, so it's important to take them all down before trying to fire concussion grenades into a room. Let's discuss some tactics! When you begin to breach the objective areas, your impact grenades can be a huge asset. Unlike Ash's breaching rounds, once your impact grenades strike a barricade or wall, it will be destroyed instantly. This means you can definitely catch the defenders off guard if you breach the right places. It's also important to note that you must swap from your launcher to your weapon, so there's about a half second before you can take advantage of your breach. For this reason, I suggest coordinating a breach with your teammates. You also need to take in consideration that you only have 2 impact grenades, so you need to make your breaches count. The concussion grenades add a whole new layer to how you can play Zofia. You can bounce the grenades around corners, meaning if you're having a peeking battle with an annoying roamer, you can fire one of these puppies right around the corner, concuss the roamer, and get the upper hand. You can also fire several of these into the objective area to concuss the anchors, which makes securing the objective much easier for you and your team. One important thing to note is that a concussed defender turns much slower, so it's a good idea to sprint to the side of a defender before actually firing at them. This decreases the chances of you being killed by just a lucky spraying and praying defender, which can be annoying. Just make sure your team clears out any ADSs before you use your grenades, because you might end up wasting them. Let's move on to the combos and counters. First, we'll begin with the combos. Zofia can combo well with most, if not all, operators since she's a soft breacher. She combos well with Thatcher because he can use his EMP grenades to destroy any ADSs in the area, paving the way for her impact and concussion grenades. Another good match for the same reasons are Twitch and IQ. One fun little combo that I found is Glaz and Zofia. He can throw a smoke grenade at a wall adjacent to the objective, then she can breach it. This opens up a nice hole for Glaz to shoot people through. Overall, Zofia is a pretty good pick for any team lineup, and I feel like she combos well with every attack operator. Now, who counters Zofia? Honestly, it's just really Jaeger. As I mentioned before, his ADSs shoot down her grenades, which renders them useless. Other than that, you really can't stop her gadget. I've heard that you can bandit trick it if you time it well enough, but honestly, in my experience playing Zofia, I never had that happen to me. I guess a soft counter would be Ella, since they're sisters. Ella recovers from Zofia's concussion grenades twice as quickly, which could get her killed if she goes in for a flank. The only real counter, though, is Jaeger. That's it for the Zofia Operator Guide. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Do you like Zofia? What weapon of hers is your personal favorite? Do you feel like she's better than Ash? I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content. I'm the Battlemoon, and I will see you in the next siege.